Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:55 a.m. It's Friday. I'm on my way to the gym. This morning, I had a stack of pictures sitting on my countertop in my bathroom, and they were from like a trip I had went on, like to Hawaii or something. And then there was some that showed my weight, like literally showed my weight. And when I looked at it, I must have been 290, anywhere between 280, 290. And I knew how it resulted, but as I'm looking at the picture, the first thing I wanted to do, I wanted to post it on social media and show the before and the after. But as I was looking at it, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, wow. I said, weight loss and finances must be two of the biggest issues that plague us, because they're two of the biggest areas in our life where we become gluttons at. Like, think about it. What else is there? Obviously, there's love, but if you place a chocolate donut in front of somebody, that may very well overcome that love factor, right? But the two biggest things that most people struggle with are the two biggest things that most people want a shortcut to. I hear people saying, I just want to get liposuction. If I can get just liposuction, and if I could just get it taken out, let's get some plastic surgery, I'll be good. Then on the financial side, I hear people say, man, if I just win that lottery, I just need to win that lottery, and I'll be good. Now I'm sitting there looking at this picture, and I'm thinking, I've been on this health and wellness kick for about 2 years. Like hard. Diligent. I mean, I was so hardcore in the first year, I wouldn't even eat cheese. I still don't eat dairy. I don't drink any type of soda. But the sugar I would intake, the salt that I would intake, the carbs, would be almost the equivalent of nothing. I was that hardcore. So I'm sitting there looking at this picture and all these different thoughts about how people want to get money a little bit faster, lose the weight a little bit faster. It kills me when I see people say, I lost 60 pounds in 2 weeks. You must be talking about water. Because at my heaviest, I was 285. At my lightest now, I'm 218. And that's after running 5 miles in the gym. Maybe genetically you're different than me. Maybe. I remember Les Brown saying, I ain't never seen a fat skeleton. So the big bone theory is out the window. Genetically, your body might be a little more meaty because your heritage means you're from a more hardier part of the land. But at the end of the day, losing weight is losing weight. But the thing that comes with, that I've probably identified and really going through this process, even with finances, with having money, lost money. Me and my wife both have been in position to have money. And I'm not talking about somebody gave it to us. I mean, we got up and went and got it every day. But it's come to us at times in each of our lives, not like together, or maybe even together, but individually in our lives, have had opportunities at large sums of money. And we squandered it. We had no financial discipline. So I'm not all over the place. I'll get back to what I'm trying to say. When you try to get it fast, when you try to avoid the work and the process of knowing what to do with that money, when you try to avoid the steps and maintaining a healthy balance of diet and exercise, you can shave off all the fatness you want. Because you haven't put in any work, you don't know what it feels like to have to grind it out. See, it's the grind. It's the grind that makes you appreciate that weight loss a little bit more. So when you go to take that donut, you think this is another 30, 40 minutes on this treadmill. Or when you grind and you've lost the money and you got up and you went and got it again, it's the grind that makes you think before you do frivolous spending. Anytime I hear somebody say, I just need this, and I never hear them say, I remember TD, it was the dopest thing TD Jake said. He said, I always hear people pray for the things that they want, but I never hear anybody pray for the process. Because it's the process that brings about purpose. We hand out signs. You can hear them in the back, our open house signs. We got 26 of them. We just ordered 6 more. Summer, it's getting ready to go into summertime, but the heart of summertime, 115 degrees. I love putting out my signs. See, when you can love doing the hardest part of your job, the most inconvenient part of your job, when you can learn to love the things that you don't like, you appreciate everything else. See, most people can't ever get that. It took me going through prison, a 10-year prison sentence, for me to even get to a point where I could say, you know what? I get that. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get that because I could have quit a long time. A lot of people went to prison, came out, they done quit, they done gave up, they done sat there and said, you know what? I've been to prison, I can't make it. That's so funny. I've been fat. I don't accept your excuse. I've been to prison. I don't accept your excuse. I've had money and lost it. I don't accept your excuse. I grew up without a mother. I don't accept your excuse. I am black. I don't accept your excuse. I don't accept your excuse. That's easy for me to say. But you got to look in the mirror and say, I don't accept my excuse. I could have sat in prison and just said, hey, they're not doing anything, and I'm in prison, I can't do anything. I wrote colleges, lots of them, begging them to do correspondence with me. Give me something. Then ASU came out with something called the Norton Project. Then NAU came out with something. The Central Arizona College came out with something. And I was doing it. And I would sit in my cell and I would do the work. And then I'd take it and I'd stick it in the inner mailbox, the inner prison mailbox, for it to be delivered to Central Arizona College, my homework. I don't accept the excuse. And every time, to me, it's the biggest joke when I hear somebody talking about, I just want to trim this belly fat off. You trim the belly fat off, you still have the bad habits of eating. So you're going to be trimming all the time, which means you're going to carve your body up and you're just going to be living a very unhealthy life. You got a nice Mercedes, but the interior looks like trash. You want to win the lottery, but you have no financial discipline. All you're going to do with the money is go back to enabling people that you need to be telling to grow up and stand on their own 2 feet. Or spending it on stuff that you know you don't need. But hey, you live and you learn. But at the end of the day, I could be your biggest cheerleader and root you on. But at no point, absolutely none, I think God has allowed me to go through some of the things that I've went through so that I can be an advocate and say, you can do it. You can do it. God puts you in positions to do things and to go through things so that you can come back out of it and say, you can do it. I heard somebody say, you're not empathetic. I think being empathetic applies to somebody who can't do it. But there's some paraplegics out there that don't want your sympathy. So how do you have 2 perfectly good working legs, 2 good working arms, some common sense? Why do you want somebody to feel empathy for you? Because maybe if you looked in the mirror and said, hey, this ain't about you, this is about me, maybe you would tell yourself to grow up. But shortcuts aren't going to get you there. Shortcuts in finances is not, you win all the lotteries you want. You can win all the lotteries you want if you still have poor financial decision-making errors. I will bypass you by grinding and going after it every day. I will bypass you. You can go get your belly sucked all you want. You can get it sucked all you want. And I will bypass you. I'll take it to one other level. You can go to all the dating sites you want and marry you 100 people. And I will beat you at that, because at the end of the day, I can make it work in all 3 of those aspects because I'm willing to look at myself and make a change with me first. Because that's where the change starts, with you.